Social Zoom Factor, episode 286.
Driving results in business these days takes something special. It's a combination of the right info and the right energy. Pam Moore has both and is here to help you avoid the pitfalls and guide your business and life by leveraging and integrating social media, powerful branding, and digital marketing. Welcome to Social Zoom Factor. Now it's time to live life zoomed.
Email, SMS, chatbots, live chat, all of them in a single tool. Oh, we actually aren't done with the list yet. Visitor tracking, CRM, push notifications, and all that boosted by automations. You get the idea, right? Trying to integrate everything into a business can make a marketer go crazy. But User.com is here to stop this nightmare, and at a lower price than its competitors. User.com is a full stack marketing machine and now is offering a special for Social Zoom Factor listeners of 50% off for 6 months regardless of plan. Plus, the first 10 to register will receive a free consultation with a User.com marketing automation expert. Go visit try.user.com/Pam to get your deal and start turning each visitor into a happy customer. Again, that is try.user.com/Pam. Hey there, Zoomers, and welcome to Social Zoom Factor. This is your host, Pam Moore. Today, we are talking about one of the most powerful methods you have to build your business online today. The world is digital. You know that. And you are a human. You also know that. People buy from people, not logos. Hopefully, you know that. And this is where your personal brand comes in. So no matter what industry you're in, no matter how big or small your business is, no matter what your role is, your personal brand influences your results in life and in business. Now, in episode 266, I went into why you need a personal brand. And I shared with you 5 tips to success. Today, I am going to share with you the 5 major pillars for building out your personal brand of authority. And when it comes to personal branding, you want to be known for something. You don't want to just have a personal brand to have a personal brand. Personal branding is personal, and you need to think about the reasons that you want to have a personal brand, hopefully other than just wanting to become famous. So I encourage you, before you even dig into building out your brand, understanding these pillars that we're going to talk about today, I encourage you to also really be thinking about why. Who are you? What do you want to share with the world? Right? Why do you want to have a voice in the world? What is the impact that you want to make? What are the key topics that you are an expert on? What's that conversation that you want to own? And I do a lot of executive coaching with our clients and helping people build out their brands of authority, whether that be personal or a business brand. But when it comes to personal branding, you also need to be thinking about what's that conversation you want to own? What do you want to be known for 6-12 months from now? When somebody says, hey, yeah, I know Pam, she does what? Or she's an expert in what? Or she's the go-to expert for what? Fill in the blank. Now, if you want a little guidance to help you get there, I have an amazing personal branding worksheet that will guide you in developing your why and your personal brand. It'll help you really kind of have some method to the madness as you start to develop your personal brand. Go to pam.online/mybrand and grab that worksheet. I promise it will help you. And before we dig into these amazing 5 pillars of building a personal brand of authority, let's make sure we're all on the same page of what is personal branding. In a nutshell, personal branding is a process of people presenting and marketing themselves as brands, and it gives you the ability to better influence the first and subsequent impressions. Now, remember, you can never control your brand. Your brand is made up of perceptions. You only can really influence that. You can influence what people think about you, but really your brand is made up of what people think about you, what they say about you, how they describe you, what they say when you're not in the room, what they post on a review site about you. That really is what perceptions are driven by, is how you make somebody feel when they come in contact with your brand. Now, personal branding just means you are going to focus on how you present yourself to the world. You're going to put some effort into it. Now, you have a personal brand, whether you've ever thought about it or not. You have a personal brand. When you walk out on the street and walk your dog, you have a personal brand to the people who see you, the way that you drive, the way that you interact when you go to the grocery store, how nice you are to the employees that work there. If you work in an office, it's how you're dressing every day. It's what you're doing. If you go to the gym, it's are you standing in the front, in the middle, or the back of a class? Are you the first one there? Are you late to class? All of those things influence your brand. And when it comes to your professional brand, who you hang out with online matters. Right? What you're sharing, third-party content. Who are you engaging with? What are the topics you're conversing about? How you are commenting, how you reply to somebody, even if you're unsubscribing from an email. If you're yelling at somebody saying, take me off your list, you just made a brand impression. And I've never believed the phrase, when people put it in their bio on a social media network profile and they say, my tweets are my own or my posts are my own. They're not. If I know you are associated with a business or a brand, whether that's yours or a brand that you work for, you're connecting, there's a tether that's connecting you to that business, okay? Whether you want to do that or not, it is. Now, when it comes to personal branding and as you're building out your plan, that's a really good thing, that you are connecting and you have that tether that's connecting you to your business, because people buy from people. And when you think about social media is just a medium for us all to connect. It's for a medium for you to connect with other human beings. It's one big conversation that's a storytelling platform where you own that virtual pen and your book is unwritten. Okay. So social media is a platform where you can build your thought leadership. You can earn trust. You can nurture relationships. You can increase your results and ignite that personal brand. So have you taken the time to build out your personal brand? Regardless if you have designed that or not, that brand exists. So today I'm going to help you with the pillars that you need to be thinking about to build that brand of authority, right? Number one is you need to have a strategy. So it is the development of that brand strategy. Now, I don't want you to overcomplicate this. I don't want you to go spend the next 3 months working on your logo and your colors, but I do want you to put some thought into it. And I want you to know your brand is not your logo. Your brand is not just your colors. Your brand is a promise that you are making to your customers, to your community, to your audience. It's a value proposition. It's a promise that is received and delivered. Okay. So you need to think deeper than just your design of your logo, and do not just go hand that over to somebody and say, hey, throw a logo together for me. Give me some digital business cards and let's do some colors and go with it. Also, don't just select your favorite colors. So just because your favorite color is pink or purple, is that really what you want to represent you and your brand? Is that what's going to best help you build authority? And you want to make sure that you're starting with the why in mind, right? So as you're developing your strategy, what's the reason you want to develop your brand, your personal brand? Are you wanting to grow your business? Are you wanting to have more impact in the world? Maybe you work with charities. What is that reason? And make sure that you know your audience. So we leverage the Forrester methodology, Forrester research. There's a post methodology that we leverage for building out any business or personal brand and digital strategies. And it starts with people. So it's people, objectives, strategy, and technology comes last. So do not jump to the colors and the logos and the technology. Start with your audience. And I encourage you, go download my brand new audience worksheet at pam.online/audience. And that will help you really refine and prioritize your audiences. You also want to make sure that you understand who exactly you're targeting. Make sure you are refining and prioritizing your buyer personas. Do not tell me, Pam, I can sell my products and services to anybody. I want to target anybody who cares about leadership, or I want to target anybody who wants to know about marketing. You need to get in the weeds of the people that you serve the best. Who do you serve the best? Why do you serve them the best? And what are the ways that you are going to help them achieve their goals? So go grab my free buyer persona worksheet. It is a one-page template, and it's editable. There's samples in there for both B2B as well as B2C. So business to business and business to consumer. Go to pam.online/my-buyer. But you want to make sure that you are building out a strategy for your brand that is a foundation for how you're going to put all the different pieces together. Number 2 is you want to build out your platform. And I want you to think about weaving. How are you going to weave your integrated platform together in a way that you can connect with, inspire, and build relationships? Okay. It's not about just throwing your content up on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or your blog or YouTube or your podcast and iTunes, and the list goes on. I want you to think about an interconnected platform and how you are going to build this integrated digital social platform that will ignite authority, a platform that will work for you 24/7, even when you are not working. A platform that works when you wake up in the morning. You have leads that are coming in because people were listening to your content. People were being nurtured automatically through your email opt-ins, and those relationships are being nurtured leveraging technology in an authentic way. And when you weave this platform together, it ignites trust, it ignites relationships, and people feel valued. And particularly when you take the right steps, when we talked about building out your personal brand strategy, when you build out the why and you're connecting and understanding your audience, people feel like it's a personal relationship. I've had so many leaders over the years come to me and say, Pam, wow, when you sent that email, I didn't know if you were sending it to me personally or if that was actually coming from your email list. That's how you want people to look at your marketing, where they're like, wow, this was so personal. I couldn't tell if it was a personal email you sent to me or if it was one that you sent out to a group of people. Okay. So when you're talking about weaving this platform together, you want to have a goal that people kind of get lost. So maybe they land on your blog or your website, and before they know it, they're on your Facebook and they're on your videos and they're on LinkedIn and they're on, Instagram. And you want to have this consistent look and feel, a thread that's tying everything together so that before they know it, I've had so many people over the years tell me, wow, before I knew it, I had spent a couple hours on your content and I just found you on Google today. That's what you want, where they just start getting lost in the value in a positive way. So you want to think about the platforms that you can leverage to ignite your audience. And if you're just starting out, you're not going to be able to do all these at one time, right? You need to first make sure you have that content strategy, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. But you want to make sure that you're picking the right mediums that are going to help you connect with your audience, and also picking the right mediums where you feel most comfortable building out your brand voice. So if you are super uncomfortable in front of a video camera right now, but you're very comfortable talking, maybe you have a radio voice and a radio face and you feel comfortable there, start there. You don't have to go with video, even though it's one of the hottest things right now. But so you want to have that platform people can come home to, whether it's a blog, a website, something that you own. You could be looking at video, at podcasting, email marketing. Make sure you get your social media platforms all set up. Make sure that you're designing your social profiles. Do not use that profile picture from 20 years ago. Make sure that it's a profile picture where you have clothes on. You're not half naked, in some fancy dress, ladies, with, half your body showing. Make it a professional picture, but that it looks like you. And so if I see you out in the wild, I'll be able to recognize you. Not just a picture from 20 years ago. And make sure that, you're designing those headers anywhere you have an opportunity to brand yourself. Start identifying those opportunities as you're building out your brand. Email, LinkedIn, for example, you have header opportunities. Twitter and Facebook, all of these social platforms gives you opportunity to brand yourself. Even the emojis that you're using. And then you also want to be looking at, when it comes to platform, making sure that you are found, right? So SEO. So I talked about that in the episode right before this one, where we talked about how to research your audience, and you need to make sure that you're getting found, right? So you need to have a foundational organic capabilities for your brand. So when somebody's searching on Google or they're searching on Facebook or LinkedIn, that the words that you have on your owned properties or your rented properties, be that social media profiles, that they are able to find you, that you have the right keywords. And then you also want to be looking at things like hashtag strategy. So how are you going to weave and make sure people are able to find you even through the hashtags that you're using? So there you have it. I know this is really quick. We're going through this today, but your platform is an integrated web of digital and social technologies that enable people to connect with you and enable you to nurture relationships with them. We do this for our day jobs in our agency. I own a company called Marketing Nutz with a Z, and we help brands really and people build that connecting bridge to their audiences. So if you need some help, go check us out at themarketingnutswithaz.com. We'll be happy to help you with the program. Now, next thing you want to do when it comes to the pillars, number 3, is you want to build a brand of authority. And the way you're going to do this is through content. So you need to have a content strategy and a drumbeat of content that connects you with your audience. It's not a one and done. Okay. I want you to think about the conversation that you want to own. And we talked about this at the start of this episode. What do you want to be known for a year from now? And I want you to take the time to really think about that and to start to think about the themes of content topics that will help you get to being known for that topic in your industry. And you need to put together a plan that helps you have those themes of those supporting conversations that will lead to you being known for that. Create an annual content calendar that has yearly, quarterly, monthly, at minimum themes that is focused on your audience with specific content, and where you can start to leverage a regular cadence and a mix of your own content along with the OPC content. So content from other people. So it's all about the OPC. We're going to talk about that here in a few minutes. But when it comes to your calendar, you can download our template. Just go to pam.online/calendar and download my free content calendar template. It's an annual calendar. It is editable and it's broke down by every sheet. It's an Excel spreadsheet that's a template for you. And it's broke down by every month, and then every day is automatically filled in there for you with color codes and helps you align your content to your audience. So it will really help you. So go grab that. But I want you to really just be thinking about the most important thing is, what do you want to be known for so that you can build an authority on that topic and you become that go-to person? Because saying I want to serve everybody everything, I want to talk to everybody about everything is going to leave you talking to nobody about anything. And you're going to maybe be known in the industry, but what are you going to be known for? right? There's enough people online today. There's not a lack of content. What do you want to be known for? What's relevant to the people that you want to connect with? Now, I know we're getting deep into some content here. I still have 2 more major pillars of personal branding success to share with you. But before we go there, we need to hear a quick word from our sponsor. Please give them a listen, and I will be right back. Trying to integrate different tools into a business can make us go crazy. And the worst part is that all this granularity also means you lose data. Our new partner, Usercom, is a full stack marketing machine that helps businesses integrate under one umbrella all those vital marketing and customer support activities. Email marketing, SMS campaigns, web and mobile push notifications, call center activities, chatbot and live chat, visitor tracking, visual sales pipeline, customer relationship management, and obviously automation. Think about an automated sequence that engages and converts your leads via email, drives upsells with SMS campaigns, and answers customer questions via chat. Study after study is showing that opening a conversation with the visitor will drastically increase your conversion. User.com makes it super easy to interact with your customers even when you sleep. It also integrates with all the tools you and your team love to use, like Slack, Zoom, Google Analytics, and WordPress, to name a few. Visit them at try.user.com/Pam. They're offering a special for our listeners of 50% off for 6 months for any plan. Plus, the first 10 to register get a free consultation with a User.com marketing automation expert. Go visit try.user.com/Pam to get your deal. Again, that is try.user.com/Pam. I'm back. Okay, number 4 pillar for building out your personal brand is, drumroll, the OPC. So what's the OPC? This is all about connection. This is the best part. So if you are just starting out online, or maybe your business has been around forever, but you don't have a personal brand, or maybe you do. Everybody, like I said earlier, has a personal brand, but you're not known for maybe the things you want to be known for. Now, you can go this the long way, the hard way, the painful way, and try to do this all by yourself, where it's all about you. You're not connecting with anybody else. You're not letting other people help you. You're not helping other people. Power to you if that's what you want to do. But I'll tell you, if you want to get there faster and better and really build community and ignite your personal brand, you're going to get there through the OPC. And that is other people's content and other people's community. And this is where you basically authentically tap into other relationships, other communities, other people's content to expand your reach and build authority. And you do this on many levels. So you need to first identify who are those people that you have in your network right now. Who your network is your net worth. Okay. So and it's not just who you know, but who knows you. Right? Who knows you? Who are the people that you could reach out to as you're launching this, and you could tap in and into their network and maybe do something with them? Identify those top 10 people who you could work with, maybe top 10 brands, but who are the top 10 people that you could right now work with? Identify those. Then I want you to go to tier 2. Who are those people you would like to work with? They maybe know that you exist, but they don't really know you that well. So those are people you want to work with. Those are people that you would love to have as a guest on your podcast or as a guest on your video program. Or maybe even you do a blog post with, the top industry leaders, and those would be people who are giving you input that you're writing just a rockin' piece of content that can really get attention. Now, what's the benefit of OPC? The benefit of OPC is that you're tapping into communities that already exist. You're tapping into networks that already exist, that somebody else has already invested time, money, and content into. So when you're looking at these communities, you want to make sure you're reaching out to the right people that have earned trust, brands that have earned trust with their communities, because that's how you're going to expand, reach, and build authority. So when you are connecting And tapping into the power of the OPC, you are more quickly expanding that reach and more quickly building authority. And you're then, you can do co-marketing with people. You can be guests on their podcasts and videos. You can get invited to, free to start speaking events, industry events, maybe speak at your local chamber of commerce, work with SCORE mentors, associations, virtual online events. A lot of those are happening right now. And eventually over time, then you can have a goal where maybe you want to get paid to do some of those things. You want to get paid to speak. But, we have a lot of clients that are already successful in business and they really don't want to get paid to speak. They just want to be that tether that is building authority that then is driving business back to their business and brand. So you have to define your own goals, but know that when you tap into the OPC, you're going to get there faster. Now, the other benefit of the OPC is that you can share content from these third parties. So if you are just starting out and building your personal brand, one of the hardest things when it comes to time and money, and I always say you either have time or you have money. If you don't have both, you got to find one. So if you are so busy right now and you don't have any time, but you have loads of money, then you can leverage things like paid media, where you're investing to maybe have somebody help you write the content. If you have time, but you have no money, then that's when you need to start really writing content, doing a lot more social listening, understanding your audience, and really, really investing in the needs of your audience, because you have no choice. If you don't have money to put your content in front of people and pay to get that content seen, you're going to need to make sure that you are continuously putting more content out there that's going to attract your dream audience. But when it comes to content, whether you have time or money or a lack of both of them, the OPC content can really help you fill in those gaps. And you can share OPC content, so content that's coming from third-party leaders in your industry, that could be 70 to 80% of the content that you share. And when I first started out, I have over 2 million followers today on our social networks and, a lot of authority with our business and brand. All of our traffic comes to us organically. Google is about 75% of our traffic now. And then the rest of it is on social. And it's, a very good thing. We don't have to have a sales team. When I started, I didn't have all that content. I started by tapping into the OPC. I started by sharing the best content that I could find in my industry. And I believe in abundance. Never be afraid to share other people's content. Share content from your top competitors because they have a community. When you share that content, you're tapping into their community as well, and you can learn what's working. And then what you want to do is be creating that drumbeat approach with your content and planning out that calendar, and where you have a daily drumbeat of content that is a mix of content you're posting that's your own, and then content that you're posting and sharing from third parties. And for example, Twitter works amazing with third-party content. So does LinkedIn. I share third-party content every week from some of my top favorite, industry leaders nationally and internationally on LinkedIn, and it works amazing. So don't be afraid to share third-party content. And then number 4, this is measurement. So you're not going to be able to know if you were successful if you don't know what success looks like. So up front, you need to make sure that you are defining what success looks like for you and your brand. How are you going to measure success? So as you are building, and that's why the pillars really help you, because as you are building your brand strategy and building out your platform and starting to build authority with content and connecting to communities and other people's content and communities, those give you substance. Those give you milestones and things that you can focus on. So you need to figure out what are the key performance indicators for each of those key pillar areas, being your brand strategy, your platform, your authority, and your connection. Okay, the OPC. And as you're doing that, then the metrics are going to help you measure success, and you'll know where you need to tweak things. You'll know what's working, what's not working, and how you can make it as good as you possibly can. Do not spend a ton of time on tools and technology for fancy dashboards or, tools and technology that's helping you measure the KPIs until you know what you want to measure. And keep it simple. All you need is a simple project dashboard where you can achieve your goals, and then really be looking at, annual, quarterly, and monthly goals that you are looking to achieve. Document those and then continually refine them. So, tweak, rinse, repeat. That's what you need to do. Figure out what's working, figure out what's not working, and then continually make it better. Perfection is the enemy of good. And if there's one thing that I have learned in marketing over the years, the 25 plus years I've been working in marketing, is that you'll never reach perfection when it comes to personal branding. And sometimes really good is good enough. So you have to put yourself out there. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be willing and know that some people may not love you, and you can't make everybody happy. And that's why from the beginning, you need to define the audience that you're serving. You're not serving necessarily your colleagues and your peers. You're serving the audience that you define that you're serving. And do not let your peers influence your focus and your strategy. If I would have listened to my peers the last 10 years as I launched my personal brand and my business, I would have failed, right? I know my audience. I know the content they need from me. I look at the qualitative and the quantitative data that helps me define where I'm going, what I need to do, how I need to tweak, how I need to optimize, and has helped us, survive some major turns and pivots in our economy and, where things are moving and shaking in our industry. So I encourage you to do the same. Now, if you need more help, feel free to reach out to us, themarketingnutz.com. You can also check out our digital and social branding training academy, a full-on academy. Just go to socialprofitfactor.com, and we have full courses on all of these topics that will help you build out a brand of authority, leveraging digital and social and content online. I wish you the greatest of success. That's a wrap.
If you're ready to zoom your business and zoom your life, then don't let the end of this episode be the end of your journey. Visit socialzoomfactor.com/zoom for incredible free resources and guides. And be sure to join the Social Zoom Factor mailing list so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Social Zoom Factor.